How's it going, YouTube lovers? This is the Eagle Builder Animator, and welcome back to another Eagle 8 Countdown. Today is a very special episode of the Eagle 8 Countdown, because if you didn't know already, two awesome YouTubers played my custom burning map, Burning Food, and I am just completely shocked and honored that they played it, and it actually seemed like they enjoyed it as far as I can tell. And who else would the two YouTubers be that were playing my burning map than PopularMMOs and GamingWithJen? So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Here are the top 8 moments from when PopularMMOs and GamingWithJen played my burning map, Burning Food. Number 8. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are inside of the cake structure, and Pat is currently trying to attempt the anvil parkour while Jen is just leaving him and going down to the next floor. But he chastises her, saying, "Hey, look, there's a cake growing on a tree back here." And when he turns around to point to where the tree is, to show her where it is, he misses a shulker box right there. Right there is the shulker box, and I was not the only one who was raging in front of the screen going, "Pat, how could you miss it?" If you actually look in the comments section of the video, you could see other people asking who else saw the shulker box that Pat missed. And if he had actually opened that shulker box, he would have seen a Totem of Undying, which he won that match anyway, but it would have been a very useful item to have in case he didn't have such a lucky hit when he knocked Jen into the void using his melon of knockback. So anyway, that was this one. Let's go on to the next one. Number 7. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are inside of the pumpkin pie structure, and Pat has just found the villager who is offering a trade to give him a pumpkin pie, and he will give you a golden apple. Which, of course, you have to find the pumpkin pie, but that's a whole nother matter entirely. What makes this moment so great is that Pat uses his classic villager voice, and it isn't just for villagers, he just always seems to use this when it's a villager's voice that he is reading. And it is absolutely hilarious, and it goes something like this.
"Can you help me? I seem to have somehow lost my fresh pie. If you can find missing pie, I will take you the reward."
I, for one, will never get tired of hearing him use this voice in the videos. It adds that extra bit of character and comedy to the videos that make me love them so much. So anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the next one. Number 6. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are near the end of their time in the cake structure, and the final battle between them has begun, where they're hitting each other back and forth with their knockback weapons. And Jen is losing this battle. That is quite evident, as she is the one near the edge of the hole, and Pat is safely against a wall. I know it sounds weird to say safely against a wall in combat, but in a burning map with knockback weapons, it makes complete sense. But as Jen is being knocked into the void, she switches in her hotbar from her knockback weapon to her poison potion, and she throws it, and somehow she manages to actually get it to land on the structure and poison Pat before she falls into the void. And it goes like this.
It's happening! Oh my god, you poisoned me!
What just happened?
Where are you? Oh my god, you fell out of the world!
It got really dark all of a sudden.
You poisoned me as I was punching you.
That was quite the impressive potion throw. I myself have gotten pretty good with using throwable items in Minecraft, such as snowballs or potions or ender pearls, but I definitely would not have been able to do that as I am falling, having to scroll to the potion first and then throw it. Kudos to you, Jen. Kudos to you. So anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the next one. Number 5. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are in the cookie structure. Now, Pat has completed the invisible maze, and we'll get to more on that later at number 2 in this countdown. But he has completed the maze, and Jen is still stuck on that floor. Meanwhile, he is in the jungle with the parrots, and his floor is actually starting to burn a bit faster than Jen's floor. And it is quite a surprise, and by the way, guys, I do not actually test the burning map. I tested a little bit, but I don't test to see which floor burns first. That is for the players to find out for themselves, and it can be quite surprising sometimes. I noticed that sometimes the bottom likes to burn first. But anyway, Pat's floor is starting to burn more than Jen's, and they are actually surprised, and they make a comment, because it is December 1st when they posted this video, that it maybe has to do with what the season is.
It's a cake miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I think the cake head is protecting you.
It could have been a Christmas miracle, or was it a cake miracle? I will let you decide. Actually, go ahead and vote in the top right-hand corner of the screen by clicking on that eye. Do you think it was a cake miracle or a Christmas miracle that saved Jen from the lava? Of course, it didn't really last that long because soon after, Jen was burning in the lava and apparently she tried to swim in it. So anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the next one. Number 4. This moment actually comes from the very beginning of their video when they are still in the lobby. They haven't even been in a structure yet. Jen saw the structures before she was supposed to, of course, that is typical. But she was a bit confused on what the last structure was, or first, depending on which order you want to look at them from, left to right or right to left. And she thought it looked like a different type of food.
Are we sure that's not cheese?
I think it's actually cheese.
1, it's a Minecraft item, so you should be fairly familiar with it. And 2, you yourself call pumpkin pie human finger cheese, so I don't see how you could get very confused on this one. It was still very funny to hear her think that it was cheese. To be honest, the pumpkin pie does look a bit like cheese, so I know they're doing this whole texture overhaul for Minecraft. They're changing practically every texture in the game. I am against it, but a few tweaks should be made to some textures, and maybe the pumpkin pie should look more like an actual pie. But anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the next one. Number 3. This moment also comes from when Pat and Jen are in the lobby for the map, and this actually comes from when Pat is reading the how to play signs, and Jen gets a little bit confused on what one of the words on the signs is, and because it's a food theme map and they've been thinking about food all day, she starts thinking that every single word she sees is food, and in case she thinks that cascade is casserole.
Survive the lava! PvP is allowed!
Survive the lava casserole!
What?
I thought that's what it said.
I was splitting my sides laughing when I heard that. Think about they're kind of similar words, and this is a food theme map, but there are no casseroles in sight on this one. No, but a casserole would actually be a very interesting thing to see someone build, as because it's basically just a big hodgepodge of food and in a big tray, so it actually would make a very interesting burning structure, in my opinion. I'm not building it because I currently actually have another burning map that will be releasing very, very soon, but definitely I would love to see someone try to build a burning casserole. That would be fun. So anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the next one. Number 2. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are in the cookie structure on the second floor, the first floor being the room where they hit the start button. And this moment covers about the minute and a half that they spend raging at the invisible maze. Now, it's only, like I said, they only spent about a minute and a half in there. Well, Pat only did. Jen was stuck in there forever. But the way they were complaining, you would think that they were in there for an hour and a half, because they were just yelling and frustrated, and I did not actually think the maze was that difficult, to be completely honest with you. Of course, I'm the one who built it, but I built it in mind that I should be able to complete it. Just like the parkour and the cake structure, it was possible, I know, because I could complete it, and I'm horrible at parkour. But anyway, these are some of the funniest moments from when they're complaining about the maze.
You're gonna burn to death before you can get down there. Oh, this is cruel.
Maybe we just go.
Okay.
Seriously, we're stuck in here.
How do we get through this? We're gonna die here.
Freaking out.
I need to go over. Yes. This is an extremely
The lava's
difficult.
getting closer.
We're gonna die here.
No.
I made it.
No.
Good luck up there. It's already burning down here.
Fair bit of warning, my next map, Burning New Year, does have a maze in it, but it is not invisible, and it's a bit bigger, but hopefully it should be easier, because for some reason in this one I saw that Pat and Jen kept going back through the same pathways that they just went through, even though they already knew it wouldn't work. So hopefully if they play my map, please guys play my next map, I love you guys. Hopefully they won't have any issues going through that maze, or at least fewer issues going through that maze. So anyway, that was this moment. Let's go on to the final moment. And finally, number 1. This moment comes from when Pat and Jen are in the pumpkin pie structure. And they're actually nearing the end of their time in this structure. The fire's everywhere, lava's pouring down. Pat set off the TNT that blew up right next to Jen. He's already traded with the villager for a golden apple, which he never uses, unfortunately. But as it gets worse and worse, the two of them are separated by a huge gap with lava and fire everywhere, and Jen comments on just how bad the situation is getting.
This does not seem like a fine situation.
No, Jen, it does not seem like a fine situation whatsoever. It is actually quite horrible how much fire and lava is around you right now. It's probably one of the worst situations I've seen you in the Burning Map series, because literally every block around you is on fire, whether it's on the sides or the bottom or the top. Everything is on fire. Lava's coming down. It is definitely a horrible situation, but congratulations, Jen. You did win that map because Pat stood exactly where lava was pouring down, and with that, he didn't use the golden apple, and then he jumped into the void. Before I go, here's a quick recap of today's Eagle 8 countdown.
Can you help me? I seem to have somehow lost my fresh pie. If you can find missing pie, I will take you with a reward.
It's happening. Oh my god, you poisoned me.
What just happened?
Where are you? Oh my god, you fell out of the world.
It got really dark all of a sudden.
You poisoned me as I was punching you. It's a cake
It's
miracle.
a Christmas miracle.
I think the cake head is protecting you.
Are we sure that's not cheese?
I think it's actually cheese. Survive the lava. PvP is allowed.
Survive the lava casserole.
What?
I thought that's what it said.
You're gonna burn to death before you can get down there.
No!
Oh, this is cruel.
Maybe we just go.
Okay.
Seriously, we're stuck in here.
How do we get through this? We're gonna die here.
Freaking out.
I need to go over. Yes. This is an
The
extremely
lava's
difficult.
getting closer.
We're gonna die here.
No.
I made it.
No!
Good luck up there. It's already burning down here.
This does not seem like a fine situation.
Before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to say thank you to PopularMMOs and GamingWithJen, FuriousDestroyer and SuperGirlyGamer, Pat and Jen, whatever you call them. Thank you so much to them for playing my map, Burning Food. It gave me a huge subscriber jump, and I am now that close to 200 subscribers. By the time you watch this, I may already be at 200 subscribers. Thank you so much to them and to the people who subscribe from coming over from their video. Hopefully they can play more of my maps in the future. I love watching them do it, and it just was an absolute blast and a shock for me. And Merry Christmas to you guys. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this Eagle 8 countdown, you want to see more where I do moments instead of just quotes, please sure to drop a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys!